Did you know that you wanted to become a professional hockey player? Like, how old were you?
Well, my dad played.
Yeah.
So I was always around hockey. He played for 15 years for the Islanders, cup champion, numbers retired, guy's a legend.
Yeah.
But, I just had access to the ice. He would take me down to Nassau Coliseum when I was a kid. He had a key to the rink. He was working in the front office. He was doing the radio stuff. So, we can go at 6 in the morning, just him and I skating at Nassau Coliseum, an NHL rink, a million pucks on the ice, just playing around. So I had a really unique upbringing with that part of it. But, I never really was like, I got to make it to the NHL. There was no pressure on that. I love the game. I watched the game. I wanted to be around it all the time, and I just worked hard and had fun, and then the doors open. I didn't realize that I had a chance of being, even going to college. I didn't think about college. I didn't even know how it worked. I didn't know I had no idea. Yeah. I was just playing the game. And then I went to these New York State, the tryout for the New York State team.
Yeah.
And they had these festivals every year where they had Massachusetts had a team, Michigan, the Pacific, Central. They had all these teams, Michigan. And so I went to try out for Team New York, and that's when I realized that I was one of the top players in the state.
Really?
And then from there, I got invited to the national team camp, where it's the top 44 kids in the country. So I was like, okay, I must be pretty good. I'm at this camp. And then that team that I was talking about that I ended up making, that was a U.S. national team. So I played for the U.S. national team under 17, under 18 team. So it was basically the best 22 kids, 23 kids from my age group in the whole country. So, and now, that was at the start. They just developed that program. And now, all the people, like Austin Matthews, Patrick Kane, the highest end U.S. players, the majority of these kids are coming through that program into either the college or some of them are going straight to the NHL. So when I made that team, that's when I was like, okay, I'm one of the best kids in the country. And then the draft lists start coming out.
Yeah.
Right? Then you're on the map of the world. So I was ranked pretty high after my first year at the program, next year. And then my freshman year at Michigan, I played college hockey at University of Michigan.
Yeah.
After my freshman year, halfway through, I was projected to be a pretty high draft pick. And then after my freshman year, that's when I got drafted to Calgary, went in the first round. But then it's different than basketball or football. If you declare for the draft, you're no longer eligible. In hockey, they can actually retain your rights. So I played all 4 years, but Calgary held my rights. And as soon as I came out my fourth year, they owned me. So I was like, all right, I'm getting drafted. But it was never like, I got to make it to the NHL. That was my sole purpose, my sole goal. I just loved hockey so much. I worked my butt off. I wanted to be at the rink. I was always at the rink. And the doors just opened through hard work, honestly. And played with some great players and on some great teams.